This is Lola Lee T. Hey everyone, how are you guys doing? So BlueFace mom, Miss Carlissa, was on Instagram Live, and I just wanted to start off by apologizing to you guys for the background noise. When I got the alert, I was at the mall, so the screen recording picked up a lot of background chatter from random people. Anyway, she is now saying she's holding Jonathan accountable. She went ahead and made a public confession. I guess a public apology to Miss Chrisean Rock. Here is what she had to say.
Because they ready to take a nap and go around too. Okay. Are you feeling better this morning? Much better this morning. And the Lord put it on my heart to hold Mr. Jonathan accountable and not so much anger towards Miss Rock. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a public confession. I know y'all recording this, about to send it everywhere. Miss Rock, I apologize for holding you accountable for my grown-ass son. Even though I feel like he could have been a much better choice of influence. He is an adult. And he has the final say in the decisions that he makes. And I feel like if somebody was blaming Callie for their son's wrongdoings and she was participating in such activities, I would hold her accountable. But at the end of the day, he did make that he has to make the final decision, because I do hold Callie's ex-husband accountable for driving her to an unsafe location to put her in harm's way, regardless of how he felt about the situation. He knew he couldn't beat my son up. He knew there was a possibility that my son was going to protect Rock, and he still drove my daughter there. And I still, held him accountable as the man. So yes, I probably have been a little biased in not holding John accountable, as I've held Callie's ex-husband accountable. But that's what mothers do. We favor our own until we have to look in the mirror one day and accept responsibility. Because definitely, if I raise him to be a quarterback and make the best decisions on the field, he should be making the best decisions at home. I love my son. I love all my kids with all my heart. Yes, we do. We favor our own children. But I just had to look at it from a different perspective. I had to look at it from, how I feel about Callie's situation to how I feel about Miss Rock. And I don't hold grudges. I don't feel like I'm biased toward fought me or kicked me in my head. Like I said, I've been in fights my whole life, so that wasn't a big deal for me. The big deal was just the choice of words and things that ring in my head that she said about me never getting my son back or never seeing my son. Maybe I felt like maybe I held that in my heart as hardened towards her. But yeah, just the disrespect, it was just, what I'm saying? Disrespect was just a bit much. I blame my son definitely for putting me in that situation. And if he showed you his text messages, I privately hold him accountable and talk to him way worse. I think the Rocktards make me speak out a little bit more towards that side of the field, because y'all be going way too crazy and way too hard for strangers. And like I said, most of it don't even be directed towards her, it be directed towards y'all. But that's neither here nor there. Just wanted to get that off my chest this morning so that, I can have a good start on my week. And like I said, I just had to look at it from both perspectives, from, my daughter's perspective and how I held her husband accountable for taking her to harm's way. Because at the end of the day, he was the man and he made the final decision. So even though, Callie may have influenced him to take her there, I held him accountable for making that decision to go there as the man. Because like I said, what was you going to do? If it didn't go your way and you can't, handle my son, you can't handle the people that's there. So I felt like he took her to harm's way. But I held both of them accountable. So don't think that I don't, if I showed y'all the text message that I say to my son, y'all would probably say, you shouldn't be talking to him like that. So don't never, ever get it twisted that, like I said, I'm not one of these mothers that's out here that need their son to pay their rent or need their son to take care of them. Like, I'm not that mom. I don't have to do what my son's saying. This is no knock to no mother that has to. But I talk crazy to my son. I say what's on my mind to him. I let him have it. Even when I tried to hold him accountable yesterday, y'all still missed the whole accountability. Like, I've been trying to tell him the whole time, like, you got to humble yourself and apologize to your adversaries quickly. And it's taking him way too long to apologize. To me, to his mother, to his sister, to Jaidyn, to Rock, to whomever. It's taking him way too long to apologize. God give you some time to get your shit together, and it's up to you to get your shit together. So don't think I haven't been riding him to get his shit together, because that's all I say. I don't need to be your friend. I don't need to kick it with you. I don't need you to pay for nothing. I don't need you to. He ain't never, ever, the entire time my son has made money, he ain't never gave me more than, the entire time, more than probably $20,000. Except for maybe my little trinkets and my jewelry. But other than that, no ma'am, he ain't never provided nothing for me. If it was a Mother's Day or a birthday gift, that's about it. But a salary or some pay or some extra this, no ma'am. My husband do not, allow no man to take care of me like that. I have to live within my husband's means, and I respect that, and that's what I do. So, no ma'am, I don't live outside of, what's going on with my man. I don't rely on my son for nothing. Callie don't rely on my son for nothing. Dre ain't never relied on him for nothing. Anything that we got out of that deal, we worked for it. So, we worked our asses off in that restaurant and still got less pay than the average McDonald's worker. So don't ever think that we the type of people or the type of family that's about to try to mooch or live off nobody. Everybody got their own spot. Everybody got their own bills. Always have. So and if we was the type of people that didn't hold him accountable and just mooched and lived off of him, we would just be there and be quiet and let the bullshit go on. Those are the type of people that's mooching and trying to, just go under the radar. Like, I'm just going to do what he say because he master. No, we ain't none of that. We all bucking. If it ain't right, it ain't right. We ain't doing it. So, we all love Jonathan. That's the baby of our family. He always been the baby. He always going to be the baby. But that's what it is. So, all of that Blue cutting them off. No, Callie worked for hers. Dre worked for his. I worked for mine. Well, I don't gotta work that much no more. But everybody, Carter worked for his. Everybody got work for theirs. Ain't nobody getting no free ride. Ain't nobody never got no free ride. Blue probably ain't never gave Callie literally more than $3,000 his entire career. So shout out to her. Because he ain't did nothing for her. Not a goddamn thing. My husband done everything for her up until she got, married. So we took care of all our girls. We took care of her wedding. Blue ain't pitch in on no wedding. He ain't pitch in on nothing. No ma'am. He just showed up in his uniform and was in the wedding. He ain't give her no wedding toast, no wedding gift, none of that. So y'all got to stop, with the bullshit about him providing and taking care of people. Never, ever have, never was expected to. He just was a regular civilian in our family. Nobody never asked him to do nothing. He ain't never in life paid for my hair to get done. I just be fucking with y'all because he made that funny ass comment on the shade room about me wanting to get my hair done. My husband take care of all my shit. All of it. My little trinkets and birthday gifts he got me, yes, that's it. The little Happy Mother's Day stuff, that's it. Nothing else. He gave Dre $10,000 when he got out the jail in a car and told him, poof, be gone, get on your way. He didn't give him nothing else. A couple dollars here or there to get some food. So no ma'am, he ain't took care of nobody in this family. Nor was he expected to. Would have been nice, for your brother to come home from prison after doing 13 years and you at least set him up with a car wash instead of a bucket in the truck and, have him out here washing cars. But he got himself together, he got himself on his feet, and he doing what he got to do. I love you too, and God bless you too, baby. I ain't gonna never tell y'all no lies. If I'm due an apology, I'm gonna give it. $10K after getting out is crazy. That part right there. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Every man for himself. You never know, And I tell the other kids all the time, if y'all had got rich, you might have felt mine too. He's the baby. That's the baby syndrome. I didn't, I'm teaching Carter right now. It's not yours. It's your mother's, it's your brother's. I didn't get to teach Blue that because you just felt like, oh, it's common sense. But because all we talked about our whole life was getting up here and having this and taking care of one another. I just thought it was, a natural, it was going to be given. They worked hard so that their brother wouldn't have to get out here and, wash ass or wash cars or, be homeless or do no weird stuff to get ahead with them strikes and them felonies. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was the plan. So it was just didn't have to be laid out. But with Carter, I already know. When you get to the Olympics, I know you want them Lamborghinis. I know you want them Ferraris. He already talking about it. But your mama and your brother first. And then you. That's the order. Your mama and your brother first. If you want to do a little something for grandma, you can. But you ain't got to. But your mama and your brother, you don't buy nothing till you take care of your mama and your brother. Because you are not of this world. So whatever God bless you with is to bless your siblings, your family with. Now, if your mama got a man and she got it like that, by all means. But if she don't, your mama, a house, your brother, a house, then you go buy 2 houses. So now we know, since it's in our generation, it's in our blood, we know how to mold and shape it and make sure that it turned out right. He got kids now. He had 1 kid when he signed and got his deal. He had 1 kid at the time. He had a struggling sister with a kid. He had a brother that was in prison on his way home. So he had his dad. His dad was in a situation. So He had people and obligations that were supposed to be laid out, but when you don't teach them how to invest and how to do things properly, we can't hold them accountable. We just thought, you can't just think, you have to put that shit in order. But we laying it out now. I know you want to buy necklaces, and I know you want to put $500,000 around your neck, Lamborghinis. Carter already talking about all this stuff in his mind that he want to get. But before you do all that, this is what you need to do first. You make sure you got your business set up, your plan set up, so that the money can keep coming. You got to make sure that enough money keep coming so that you could take care of your mama and your brother if they not in the same situation that you already in. I want Jonathan to be with whoever makes him happy, whoever is safe for his children. I want him to be able to be a father to his kids. The same thing I want from Dre, I want from John. No matter how much money or what their status quo is, I want you to be able to be in your kid's life. Period. That's it. That's all I want. And if that means you can't be with somebody because they don't know how to act around your kids, I don't want that for them. I don't want you to have to be able to spend 20% of your time with your kid because you want to run around with somebody that's not eligible for your children. Why would anyone want their grandkids to lack for some woman to be happy? That's never going to be. Why would you even want that for Javon? If y'all out here saying, oh, he needs his daddy, why would you want him to be with somebody that's only going to be eligible for him to see his son 20% of the time? I'll be a fool to enhance that. I'll be a fool to support that. I'm never going to support Javon lacking for somebody to get some cupcake. That's just not. Javon didn't ask to be here. And we already see how people turn out that don't have their parents. So if I'm promoting something, I'm promoting it for Javon. I don't give two shits about how happy John is. I didn't get to be happy in my life. I had to do what was right for my kids. I expect the same thing from them for theirs. I couldn't go out and just be with any man, gangster, Suge Knight type of dude. I had to be around responsible, respectable men. Not somebody I wanted to be with. I wanted to run around with a gangster too. I might have wanted to live life and let my hair down. But no, I had to be with somebody respectful and responsible that I could bring around my children. He have to do the same thing. He have to make the same sacrifice that I made for him, for Javon, and for Journey. So if that means he can't be with Jaidyn or Rock, and he got to be by himself, that's the best thing for his kids, then that's what it is. That's what I'm going to promote. When we have children, we give up our happiness for theirs. I expect the same thing from my daughter. If I ever pull up on my daughter and she with somebody that don't coincide with what Carter's lifestyle is going to be, I'm tearing up the spot immediately on sight. Like, she can't just be with anybody. It's about Carter right now. I don't care about her happiness. I don't care about how nobody treat her. If they love her, if she have fun with them, if she have a great relationship with him, you gave that up when you decided to have him. So if I had to pick willy-nilly, the good guy, you do too. You can't hang out with Suge Knight and have fun with the wind blowing in your hair no more. You have to pick somebody that can get up and go to work and give that vision to your son. Somebody that could pour into him. So no, ma'am, I'm going to choose whoever I feel like is conducted, who can be around the kids. Same thing, I'm going to preach. I preach it to my stepdaughters. You got a baby. You can't just be with Suge Knight. Now that's fun and it's party time and the wind blowing in your hair and you know what I'm saying? Y'all hanging out, y'all going here, y'all going there. No, ma'am. You gave that decision up. When you got Jazari, when you got Carter, when you got Jesus, when they got these kids, Javon, they gave that up. You know how I would act if I pulled up and Callie had like a rock type of dude? Child, y'all think I'm on here crazy now. Let her pick somebody. Don't go with Carter's program. I'm gonna be on the shade room, the room shade, the under shade. Stop jumping on the bed, Carter. Oh yeah, I apologize. I put that out there. I went through my database with God these last few days. I had to go deep undercover, worried about my son and headaches and jail headaches I used to have when my hair was drastically falling out. I've been through it these last 2 days. I ain't gonna front. These last 2 days done woe me out. My husband been massaging my shoulders and my headache is back. I ain't had them headaches since Dre was in prison. I know what them headaches mean. Carter, are you disrespecting what I just asked, son? Because I feel like you are right now. I couldn't find my daughter last night. I've been up all night looking for her, calling her, worried and stressed. I'm worried about John. He ain't texting me back to tell me if he okay. You know? So I had to go into my prayer closet, and that's what I came out with. Yeah, at first I was like, I ain't not saying that. I ain't doing that. F that girl, this, that, and the other. She kicked me in my head, but God said, humble yourself. You held Callie's husband accountable, hold John accountable, and y'all been right this whole time. Even though I have been holding him accountable, just not in the way that y'all probably want me to publicly. So I want him to know that if I'm expecting you to apologize to your adversaries quickly, I should be apologizing too. I'm trying to teach my son the right way. So this ain't about whether she accepts or how she feels. This about me and God. It's about God covering my kids. It's about me trying to lead by example. No, I'm not upset about the kick to the head, girl. You know how many people I done kicked in the head and how many people done kicked me in my head? Child, and that's nothing. I done been in over 100 fights. That ain't nothing. What I was upset and angry with her about is how she just kept saying I wasn't gonna get my son back. It was just like the evil, malicious tone and just, the stuff she was saying about my grandson and how she felt about my grandson. I never seen nobody court nobody that feel that way about their children. Like if somebody says something disrespectful about one of my kids or disrespected one of my kids in any type of way, we done. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't care if I lose, win. My kids will tell you, I will ditch a man so damn fast based on how they treat my kid.
Meanwhile, it looks like Jaidyn Alexis has stopped following BlueFace. There seems to be trouble in paradise. And I just want to say thank you to all of you that are sending me tea. Somebody actually sent me the screenshot. So I just wanted to say thank you for that. It's hard for me to keep on top of all of this. So, when you guys send me stuff like this, it really helps me out. Okay, so you guys heard what Miss Carlissa had to say. What do you guys think about the apology? Do you think she's going to finally hold BlueFace accountable instead of blaming Chrisean? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any hot tea for me, message me on Instagram. I love you guys. Bye.